What's up, Internet? It's me, Prady P, and today Lilu and I wanted to show you how I made my Thor helmet. Hi, kitty! I guess you appreciate my work. I realized in my intro I forgot to mention that I am actually basing this costume off of a Zach Fisher design. If you haven't checked out his work, you need to. He's got a Facebook page. His contributions to the cosplay world have been just tremendous, so definitely check out Zach Fisher. He is absolutely amazing. But anyway, I started this process by covering my head in tin foil like a lunatic, and then covering all of that with Gorilla Tape in order to get the right size for my helmet. Then I popped it on a creepy wig head and started drawing different center lines down it. I just did half of it so that I would be able to mirror each pattern and get an exactly symmetrical helmet base. I also made sure that I drew on the little hash marks you see as registration lines so that I would be able to put my helmet together perfectly symmetrically and it would fit. I then traced this duct tape pattern onto pattern paper after cutting out all of the little bitty notches and things. And you can see the finished pattern here. All I did to get both sides was just flip it over and mirror it. Then I traced all of those pieces onto 6mm EVA foam, including my registration marks, and cut that out with a sharp knife. Then I went in and evenly heated each piece with my heat gun on the highest setting and bent it and shaped it so that it would glue together better without as much resistance. Then I covered each edge that I was gluing in 2 thin layers of contact cement. Since foam is porous, it sucks the contact cement in, so I put on 2 thin layers on each piece, let it dry, and then I was able to stick my pieces together securely. And here I was just following those little registration marks on each piece, making sure that they were lined up evenly. And that is the finished helmet base. All I did later was cover the seams with some quick seal. For the fin-like details on the helmet, I just traced out another pattern freehand that I could mirror onto some 4mm EVA foam. Next, I added a thin layer of contact cement to the helmet itself and to each piece of the fins and stuck those on. Then I started patterning the face mask by just using a piece of paper. I did it again in a mirror fashion so that I could just have one piece that I could flip over so that the mask would be perfectly symmetrical. That was also placed onto 4mm EVA foam. Helmet's coming right along. I also carved in some panel lines with my knife and heated those with a heat gun. Next, I drew the little wing details on Thor's helmet and traced those out a couple times, cut those out of 6mm foam, and then covered those with 2mm foam details that I patterned. I cleaned it up with a Dremel, and then I covered everything with a few coats of Plastidip. I believe I used 3 coats. Plastidip is a rubberized spray, and it works really well for EVA foam because it makes your surface really smooth for you to be able to paint later. Alright, you guys, so that was just the build portion of this Thor helmet. I will actually be taking all of the armor I'm making for this and painting it all at once, hopefully when it's spring and it's warm outside, because it will probably take me about that long to build. But I also plan on hopefully being able to do some resin casting and things that'll get me some more costume making experience for this build. But I am pretty proud of this. This is the first helmet I've ever made, and it's all lightweight EVA foam. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked that video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell icon for post notifications. That will really help me out as far as my YouTube endeavors go. Make sure, if you haven't already, like my Facebook page, facebook.com/pratyprincess. And if you're interested, you can now buy me a coffee. I will put a link to that down below. That will also really help me in my costume making and video making business. So thank you guys for your support. I hope you have a great day.